What's this guy going? What's he doing? Oh yeah, I just want to see what his deal is. If he's container repair or what his deal is. As part of the 5-phase recovery process, we talk about all 5 phases: reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle, and finally responsible disposal. A lot of what we focus on is how do we upcycle, right? How do we get things into the highest level of bucket, because it takes the least amount of energy to use that thing again, right? When we recycle something, it's got to get grinded up and chipped up and then turned into something new. But if we repurpose something, we can take parts and pieces of it as it sits, or if we're even better, we reuse it, we take it for what it is. So this is our reuse pile. We have a simple process when it comes to reuse. Products come in off the trucks, typically in a box truck. That way we can wrap them if they need to be wrapped, bring them back to our warehouse. Everything we do in our warehouse is a 3-part system. We sort it, we store it, and then we ship it. And then even furthermore, when it comes to the stuff that we reuse or repurpose, because that's what this stuff is, it'll go into one of those 2 buckets, depending on the next best person. Again, 3-part process. So part number 1 is we work with the church. If the church needs it, we have a spot out back where all the stuff for the church is stored. It's super convenient because it's right where the guys unload, and it's right where the church can load it up, right? It's all ground level, right? We think about dock height, deck height, right? So it's all deck height stuff. If the church doesn't want it, after we take it out of the room and the church doesn't want it when they come once a week, we put it on the corner. It's real simple. We let it sit on the corner for 24 hours if the weather's right. If someone from the neighborhood wants it, they can have it.
Look at this thing right here, dude. Put this in a plastic bag and boom, shower radio, buddy. Whoa.
If the neighborhood doesn't want it, the church doesn't want it, then it comes from the far side of the building, on the inside of our building, and gets staged in this area. And then all this product here is staged right next to our docks, so that once a week, once every other week, whenever this area fills up, which is about full now, this is equivalent to a 24-foot box truck. It's 24 foot by 8 foot. So once this area is full, we know this area is ready to pack onto a 24-foot box truck, and then we can take it over to a donation center, whether that's Habitat for Humanity, Goodwill, Salvation Army, St. Vinny's, name the place we take it, all depending on what they have. When I look at this load here, it's really set up for Habitat. It's a lot of large items. Every donation center is different. It's understanding what they want, because it's going to come down to what their customers are buying. Partnering with them so that when you do take loads there, they look at it as good material, not stuff that they have to pass on, and you're just passing on your trash to the next guy. So as always, when we talk about junk removal, it's all about improving your processes so that we keep as much material in the landfill utilizing the 5-phase recovery process. So here's the stuff for the church. Like, this is the first area to get staged, because right here we're in the back of the building. So it's right where the guys unload, right where it can get loaded back up at deck height. So if the church wants it, they get it. If they don't want it, it goes down to the corner. I'm going to talk to that cat real quick. All right, so here's our free section. We put stuff in the corner. If people want it, they can have it. It's that simple. Where's this guy going? What's he doing? Oh yeah, I just want to see what his deal is. If he's container repair or what his deal is. I've never seen that truck before. It's an interesting truck. If he blows me up, that'll be fucking interesting. What's this truck? I've never seen this truck before. Are you guys container repair, or what are you guys doing?
Compactor repair.
Oh, okay. You look familiar.
Yeah, I see at the shop.
Yeah, we run stuff for you guys, but I've never seen. Okay, so this is all compactor repair.
I just had to order some parts.
All right, cool. That's it. I just saw the truck and I was like, I don't remember. I was like, the guy, the container repair guys. I was like, mine always getting fucked up, but yeah. Then we run resi cans for you. Yeah, we're fucking around with that project still. I was like, I don't think I broke anything lately.
Right.
Cheers, have a good day, guys. Container repair. So they were actually fixing a compactor for one of the places across the street. But that's what it all comes down to. We do container delivery for waste management. I used to work for waste management, so I knew that guy. This is why you have to be at your yard every day, right? I don't want to sit in my fucking office. We're out here shooting videos, and I'm just seeing what's going on with the neighborhood, right? I see who's coming in and out. I wave to random people, because it matters. Like, we're in this industrial park. We're all neighbors. We all keep an eye on each other as far as safety and security. But then we also, I can read the fucking Wall Street Journal until I'm blue in the face. I want to know what's happening day in and day out, boots on ground with the companies that are around me, because those are economic indicators just as much as what's happening with inflation. That's the challenge. We have a lot of these organizations and big companies where they're sitting in an office all day wearing nice fucking shirts and nice fucking email signatures, but they're not out with the people banging jobs. And that's why, to me, it's extremely important that I stay very relevant with what we do all day, because when I didn't do that in a period in my career where I was traveling a lot and I wasn't watching what was going on, things got out of hand. I had 10 franchises across the country at one point. It felt like all I was doing was flying from one problem to the next. And when you do that, you lose command and control. We talk about in the military. I also lost my vision. My plan was to hire a bunch of veterans, keep a lot of material out of the landfill, and ultimately I ended up just working for a franchise organization that were terrible to fucking veterans. They were terrible to me and my family, and had a venture capitalist group that was all about making money. Recycling and veterans wasn't a priority. So it was really come down to an alignment issue. We didn't align in what we wanted to do. So I was wanting to make a huge impact, travel the world, be the guy, and I lost sight and vision and focus on what mattered most, which was a healthy company culture, taking care of veterans and supporting veterans, not fucking giving handouts to vets, but actually building a veteran-centric organization, and then developing the best processes to make sure we keep material out of the landfill. During that 18 months, I learned a lot, but I also learned who I am and what's important to me, and who I am and who I am not going to align myself with. And that's why it's so important now that I have an independent junk removal company. I share as much knowledge as I can, because I don't want to see anybody piss away any money towards a franchise that doesn't give a shit about them, doesn't care if they go bankrupt, doesn't care if they get divorced. They just want a fucking paycheck. I'm anti-franchise. I will fight and fight and fight in a positive way by giving information out so that individual owner-operators, family businesses will survive and will push back against all this corporate franchise bullshit.